we go. So, that little ping on my computer tells me it is 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night, and I am back, very, very excited, with so much to tell you. But as always, say hello to me, everyone over here. You are all watching me on Instagram. You guys over here are going to be watching me on Facebook, or you could be watching me on YouTube if you have subscribed to the channel. For anybody that watches my Tuesday night lives, all of them are actually saved over on the YouTube channel. So if at any point you manage to miss a Tuesday night live, you can go back and watch them over on the YouTube channel. So you can go and check us out there. So wherever you are watching me from, I can see, as always, there's lots of people joining me on Instagram. Say hello to me. Let me know. Are you a regular viewer? Do you watch me every Tuesday night? Are you a new viewer? Where in the world are you watching me from right now? I can see who is jumping on over on Facebook. Good evening, Leona, Nicola, Michelle, Elisa, Jade, Lisa. Hello to everyone on Facebook. If you are watching me live, say hello. Let me know where in the world are you watching me from tonight. As always, I am here in the UK, but we have a different background for MIBA HQ, as those of you that follow me on a regular basis will know. This is not what my background usually looks like. It usually looks a little bit different to this, and that is because I've moved house. One of the most exciting things that have happened this week, there's been lots of exciting things happening, but that's one of the things that have been happening this week. So, there we go. Who noticed? Did anybody notice? That was the reason why I wasn't here last week. So, as you know, I'm usually here every single week, come rain or shine. The only time I haven't been here was when I had a funky orange tan, which was kind of like this time last year when we were getting ready for the awards. But I'm here usually rain or shine. But last week we had absolutely no Wi-Fi for about 6 days, which, as you can imagine, absolutely flipping killed me. I was managing to do Instagram stories, but that was about all I was getting with the signal where I'm living right now. But thankfully, we now have Wi-Fi connected. We don't quite have the TV connected yet, still a week in, and we still have no TV. But we are getting there. As you can see behind me on Facebook, YouTube, you know, there's a few boxes. But thank you to everyone who has been sending me lovely messages and asking how I'm getting on. It has been absolutely crazy, as you can well imagine, trying to move house, settling the boys in, and we've still not got curtains up in certain bedrooms. So it's been absolutely crazy. And while all this has been going on, there's been loads going on here at MIBA HQ too. So unless you have been under a rock this week, you will have seen there has been lots of exciting stuff going on. So we have had the Mumpreneur on Fire Australian edition on Kindle launch first, which was, I don't know, 2 days ago. It launched, and within the space of 24 hours, it went to #1 on Kindle in both Australia and the UK, which now means that MIBA are an internationally best-selling, you know, publishing group, because, you know, before we had only ever hit UK Amazon, and so this was the first time. So this was absolutely huge for us. So shout out to every single one of the 12 authors. If you haven't checked out the book yet, it is now also available on paperback, and it has also hit the bestsellers list. I think it was at #7 at its peak today. So you can go and get this on paperback and on Kindle now. Kindle is just 99p to download, and the stories that these women share are so inspirational. They really deserve your support. So that was the first flipping amazing thing that's happened this week. Second thing, which was kind of like last week, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you, who checked out the mental health podcast series? So it was a mini series that was happening from last Monday through to Sunday just gone. We had some of the most amazing guests: Robin Windsor, Holly Matthews, Susie Walker, the editor-in-chief of Psychologies magazine, Dean Stott. I'm sure I've missed someone. Who have I missed? Tamara Simmons, who was the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly. We literally had so many amazing guests sharing their stories. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out, and I will drop links. If you're watching on Instagram, you can go to the link in bio. All of the podcast details and everything that I talk about tonight will be there, so you can check it all out. And for you guys over on Facebook, if we have anybody watching that can drop links in, Leona, if you are still around, please drop links in. So we have the podcast that happened last week as well, which was absolutely brilliant. And it made me so happy to see so many of you joining in with the mental health challenge that we did, where we shared a message of kindness onto a sheet of paper and shared it to social media. There were over 250, I think, people share out their messages of kindness, which was absolutely amazing. So that's another thing that's like, there's been so much going on this week. But now, shall we get to some Instagram goodness that's been happening this week? Now, part of tonight's live is going to be a competition, as always, okay? Part of the competition means that you need to share. So you guys over on Instagram, you can press the arrow icon. You guys over on Facebook, you can share and you can tag people in, okay? So people are going to want to hear about this bit first, because this is what you can get your hands on tonight, okay? So this week we have launched the Instagram Back to Basics training, which we have launched twice before, okay? We did it the first time. People loved it so much that they wanted it again. And there were so many new members into the group, we put it out again. It absolutely blew everyone's minds. And so we're putting it out for the third time. So you can now sign up to this Instagram Back to Basics. But the reason I'm telling you is because I am going to give away 2 places on the course tonight, okay? One to people on Facebook, one to people on Instagram. And the way that you're going to be in with the chance of winning is part 1, you have to have shared, okay? Part 2, you're going to have to wait till the end to get to. So you need to share first, share this with your teams. Tonight, we are going to be talking about why the basics of Instagram are so important, okay? So this is something that if you have team members, if you have friends in business, if you have people that you know that use Instagram that want to learn, tonight is going to be like a little sneak peek at what you can expect from the Instagram Back to Basics, which starts 6 days a week yesterday. So it starts next Monday. It's £12 to sign up, and you get to join the private Facebook community, daily videos, tips and tricks, all of the good stuff. So if you want to win access to that, you need to do 2 parts of a competition. One part is to share. Let me know in the comments when you've shared or who you've shared it to, and stay tuned for part 2. But if you're not lucky enough to win, you can sign up. It's £12. I'm sure there will be someone watching. There we go. Danielle is in the house. Danielle, can you please drop any links in that I am mentioning? So we've had the podcast. Can you please drop the link into the Instagram Back to Basics? You can sign up, £12. It starts on Monday. What else do I have to talk to you about before we get into the actual really good stuff, where I'm going to be sharing loads of content with you all? We've had the Instagram gang start this week. So this is a private Facebook community for Instagram fanatics, okay? So inside the main Mibba group, I share loads of Instagram content, but it all gets lost. There's so many posts, so many like incredible members. We have like 58,000 people in there. The Instagram posts get lost, okay? So we have created now a specific group where I share all of my Instagram content, tips, tricks, lives, everything else. We opened the group on Friday, I think it was, and we have over 1,200 people in there already, okay? So if you want to learn more about Instagram, if you want to be surrounded by lots of amazing other women who want to use Instagram to grow their business, then head on over there. Will you please drop that link in there as well? Liz is on as well, so we're going to be sorted for links tonight. But anything that I'm mentioning, Instagram Back to Basics, the podcasts, the books, you can go and check all this out in the link in bio on Instagram. And if nobody drops the links in, I will drop them in when I finish tonight's live, although I have got to go and do shopping as well after the live. Like, seriously, my life is that crazy busy. I have to go food shop at like 9 o'clock at night. It's insane. Naomi said it's a fantastic group and I love it already. I am so glad that you love it. Taffy Tots Clothing says, I've joined. I've only just found Mibba and clearly timed it well. Yes, you did. Wouldn't you love says she is in the gang too. This is what I like to hear. So again, the links are in the bio on Instagram and they will be dropped into the comments on Facebook or YouTube. So let's talk about why the basics are so important, okay? So even if you have an Instagram account, this is why I was saying it would be good to share this with someone you know tonight, whether they are established on Instagram, whether they just want to get started on Instagram. This is exactly the same as the course, okay? So the course goes through everything from setting up your account right the way through to creating content, understanding insights, stories, hashtags, you name it, it's in there. But the point is, even if you are established on Instagram and you think you're doing everything right, things change all the time, okay? So it's really important that you look back and you reflect and you think, you know, can I actually change a few things up? So I'm going to talk to you tonight just about 3 of the basics that are going to make a massive difference, that you really need to make sure that you're perfecting these things first, you know, the basic sort of things before you even focus on the bigger aspects of Instagram. So, who is excited for tonight's content? Do you feel like you could have a little refresh of your account? In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to throw in something else as well. Who would like a little Instagram audit from me? I'm going to take one person's account, I'm going to have a look through it, and I'm going to tell you like a few of the things that we could tweak. Like, I'm not talking a full-on Instagram training or anything, but I'm feeling like in a good mood. It's been a good week. I've had a good day. So, you know, I feel like I might share the love a little bit here. So who would like, even if you are established on Instagram, who would like for me to take a look at their account? Because things are always changing and I'm always learning as well. There's been so many new features this week. It's been absolutely insane to try and keep up with them, as well as trying to move house. So everyone's learning all the time. So even if you're just starting out, I'll give you some tips and tricks. But I'm going to give this to somebody who, how am I going to do this? I'm going to give it to somebody that comments #shared. Okay, so I asked you to share at the beginning. This will be a little added extra that I'm going to throw in. So once you've shared, you can share this as many times as you like. Put in there who you've shared it to or where you've shared it. And I'm going to pick one person at random as well, just, you know, because I'm nice like that. So one person that shares tonight's live out is going to get a little mini audit from me, looking at the basics. So tonight, the basics that you need to be thinking about, these are the fundamentals, the foundations, the things that you really need to get a grip on before you focus on the bigger stuff. So the first thing, get your notepads out, okay? You might want to write this down, or you could go back and watch it on YouTube, either way. So the first tip that I'm going to give you is about your bio. So your bio is the first thing that people come to, okay? There's loads of different things that are going to help you within your Instagram bio to be seen. But the most important thing is to make sure that it tells people exactly what it is that you do, okay? When people come to your Instagram bio, they want to know straight away. They don't want to have to scroll through and read a whole paragraph of writing. When people come, they want to know. So when I go to someone's account, if I'm looking for inspiration, if I'm looking for fashion, if I'm looking for food ideas, if I'm looking for, you know, ideas of stuff to do with the kids, I want to know what I'm getting from that account straight away as soon as I go there. So the first tip is for your Instagram bio, make sure that it's telling people what it is that you do. Think of it like the back page of a book. When you pick up a book, you read the back, you get to know what it's about, and you decide whether or not you want to buy the book, okay? That is what your Instagram bio is like. People are looking at that, and then they're thinking, you know, do they want to look any further into your account? Your Instagram bio is super, super important, and it's one of those things that people do when they set up their account and think that they can just leave and that it's going to be okay. But things change within your business, so therefore that should reflect that in what your profile says in your bio, okay? There's loads more tips and tricks in the Instagram back to basics, okay? I am literally just touching on a few of the foundations, but your Instagram bio is super, super important, okay? One of the foundational things, foundational, I don't know if that's the word, but it is now. So it's one of the things that you should be doing and making sure that you're doing well, okay? Tip number 2 is to make sure you know who your audience is. Who are you talking to on Instagram? Like, really think about it. Who is it that you want to be engaging with? You might want 10,000 fans and followers, but you want them to be a certain type of person. You want them to be the person that buys your product or your service, okay? And this is what I talk about all the time when I say, it's not about vanity metrics. It's not about, having 10,000 followers if only 3 people are commenting, and, or your buying followers. That is like the one biggest thing. You can go back and you can see if somebody's got like loads of followers, but they only have like 2 people commenting or 2 people liking, that the chances are they've bought their followers, and they want to do that because it makes them look, more impressive. And really, it's a big bag of crap, because it's not doing their business any good at all. The point is, you want to know who your ideal client is so that you can be attracting them, okay? I know that my ideal client is somebody that wants to learn about Instagram. So mums, specifically mums that have, or women that have lots to do, that want to learn how to use social media to grow their business, who want to be inspired by my story too. Okay, which like kind of takes me into tip number 3, but I'm going to stay on tip number 2 just for now. So think about who your audience are. Who are you creating content for? Because you need to be reaching out to them, and you can do this in lots of different ways. So you can do this through your content. The sort of content that you're putting out there, is that speaking to your audience? Is it? If I start posting things about Pinterest on my Instagram, I think probably my fans and followers are going to think like, what the hell is going on? They know that I talk about Instagram. They know that I talk about Mums in Business Association. They don't know that I talk about Pinterest, okay? So I know my audience come to me because they want to know what's going on behind the scenes in Mivar, and they want Instagram tips and tricks. So by me knowing that, I know what sort of content that I should be putting out there. But not only do you need to think about it as who is your ideal client, let me know in the comments, who is your ideal client? Do you know who your ideal client is? Do you know? Or are you just putting content out there just for the sake of it, just because you like it, just because you've got loads of free time? Maybe you have loads of free time and you just like throwing content out and you don't care if anyone likes it anyway. Maybe that's you. You definitely could use the Instagram Back to Basics course if it is. But think about who is your ideal client and the content you're putting out there. But not just the content you're putting out there. You need to be thinking about ways that you connect with them. So this is when it comes down to hashtags and the sort of hashtags that you're using, okay? For anybody that struggles with hashtags, check out the hashtag directories that are in the VIP. There's 3 in there. They help you tons with Instagram hashtags, okay? Whatever content or business niche you're in, you could go to the hashtag directories and you can literally copy and paste the hashtags and put them straight into Instagram. It's the lazy girl's guide to hashtags. Who uses the hashtag directories actually? Let me know who uses the hashtag directories. In fact, whilst I'm talking about the giveaway, I'm going to pick. Did someone say they're going to share? Are you commenting shared? Yes, I can see that you are. Okay, the Facebook is a little bit delayed. Okay, so I'll pick the giveaway at the end. I can still see the shares are coming through. So far in the basics of what you should be doing on Instagram, we've got your bio. You need to make sure that you are maximizing it the best you can, okay? Make sure that people know exactly what it is that you do. And if you want to top up your knowledge on Instagram bio, check out the Instagram Back to Basics. You could win access to it tonight if you share tonight's live. Tip number 2 is to know your audience, okay? Know who it is that you're talking to. Know who it is. Whose problems do you solve with your products and service? Okay, think about who they are. Think about the content that you're creating for them, and think about ways that you can interact with them using hashtags. Third and final tip that again is crucial in growing your Instagram account. I've got a really dry throat lately. That's better. Okay, so third and final tip before we pick somebody who's going to win access to the Back to Basics. So this is your final opportunity to share tonight, okay? So tip number 3, and most important, I would say most definitely important. You need to be showing up as yourself, okay? Share your life as it is. Don't try and be someone else, okay? Be who you are. Because people will see that, and they're the people that will connect with you, okay? To build any sort of business on Instagram, you need to build relationships first. You need to let people know who you are. People need to trust you, okay? And that's why it's easier, to share the real person. So you might think you're a little bit weird. I think there's lots of things that I do that are a little bit weird, but people like my little weird things. Like Chris has been laughing over the last few days because like I'm obsessed with nature. Since we've moved to this out to the village, like I hear nature everywhere. I see loads of different birds that I never used to see when we lived in our old house. you know, and I sit there and I'm like, oh my God, the birds, you know, those little weird things. I've been sharing those to my Instagram stories. A bird actually came in the house. It flew into Obi's bedroom, and I shared it to Instagram stories, and everyone was laughing because I've been saying about how much I love being around, you know, nature. And then there we go, nature is there in the bedroom, and I was flapping about it. But you know, I share that with people. You know, you see me rocking up in my hoodie and, you know, with no makeup and my mum bun on, and then when you see me with my makeup on, it's a bit of a running joke, you know, that something good must be happening that day because I've made myself look half decent. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, put my glad rags on rather than sitting here in a hoodie. And that's me, and that's what people like. They like the story of my life, okay? Because there's people out there that relate to it, people out there that like to live in their hoodie just like I do, people out there that, you know, really appreciate nature. Okay, not everybody laughs like Chris. Like, some of the people do appreciate nature like me as well. I do probably geek out a little bit too much, to be fair. But it's so important to share who you are, because that is what's going to help you connect. And I mean share who you are in every sense of the word, okay? So share pictures of who you are. Share selfies, okay? And I know that some people just absolutely hate selfies. There's loads of ways that you can involve yourself without it actually being a selfie. It could be you working, it could be your hands, it could be you hiding behind a book that you're reading. Whatever it may be, there's lots of different ways you can share yourself, but not just share pictures of yourself. Share the story behind your business, okay? This is a great way for you to connect in your content with people. Let them know why you do what you do, okay? It's all about creating relationships. So that is tip number 3. I can see that Cover My Bubble has said, I have found this so hard, but trying so much to do videos. It is really hard, especially when you first start. Like, I remember when I first started doing videos for Mibba, so you're talking, like, Mibba is 3 years old in June. When I first started doing videos, I hated the way that I spoke. I definitely hated listening to myself back. And I kept thinking, people are going to take the piss out of the way that I speak. I sound really common, and, you know, I hated it. But imagine if I'd have like put on a fake voice back then and tried to be somebody that I wasn't. 3 years in, it would be really, really difficult to be like, you know, keeping it up. Trying that pretense, you know, it would be way too hard. So just be yourself and let that show through in your content, okay? And everything that you do on Instagram. People were asking me today about, do you share, you know, business and personal? Yes, you need to be sharing a mixture of the two. It's so important. And yes, you can share your business and your personal and keep it professional, okay? Not everybody wants to see you, you know, like all over the place on a Saturday night because you've had a few too many vinos. Danielle Holmes, just saying, because Danielle Holmes is my new drinking buddy virtually online after this bank holiday weekend. But do you know what I mean? People want to see the real you. They want to see real life. And that's really, really important. And one of the most important things that you could do within your Instagram. So those are just 3 of my favorite tips that I can give you on the basics of Instagram. Like I said, you can join up to the Instagram Back to Basics for £12. It starts on Monday. But right now, everyone that shared, are you ready for part 2 of tonight's Instagram competition? Okay, so I am going to give away 2 places on the Instagram Back to Basics, which starts on Monday. I'm going to give one away to someone on Facebook and one away to someone on Instagram. The first part was that you needed to have shared tonight's live. So if you were watching this earlier and you shared, or if you share now, you will be entered. You need to put #shared. Let me know if you shared. The second part of tonight's live is I want you to share a screenshot to Instagram, okay? So let's use the book. So I'm going to share the book. So I want you to take a picture, unless you've already took one, of course. But let's give a shout out to all the ladies tonight on the Mumpreneur on Fire Australian edition, because they have done an absolutely incredible job and they have become best-selling authors this week. So I want to give them a shout out. But if you have shared tonight and then you share a screenshot from tonight's live, and I want you to tell me, what was your biggest takeaway? What one tip did you absolutely love tonight? What one thing are you going to focus on? Is it going to be your bio? Are you going to have a think about, you know, who is your audience? Are you going to be more present, and are you going to show up more as yourself on social media? Whatever it is, let me know in your Instagram story. Tag me at Estelle Kiba Official. That is my Instagram account. And I will pick one person who will win from both Facebook over here and Instagram, shall we do our VIP giveaway as well? Who would like to win access to VIP? We usually do a little VIP giveaway. I don't know why I've not mentioned that tonight. Who would like to win access to VIP? So first of all, the share competition, you need to have shared and then shared to Instagram stories. You will win access to the Instagram Back to Basics, which starts on Monday. If you would like to win access to the VIP, shall we do a little comment competition before I head off? Who wants to be in it to win it? So for anybody that doesn't know what the VIP area is, it is a members only area where there are over 50 different trainings in there. This month there's been 3 new trainings added. So there is one from me, which talks about how you can take your offline business online, which is perfect with everything that's going on with COVID-19. We also have one on PR. So anyone that wants to learn about PR, that's a new collection that's gone in there. And another collection on knowing your niche. So again, we've talked about it tonight, knowing who your audience is. That's also a collection in the VIP, along with like 50 other trainings, 8 in there on Instagram alone. So you can go and check the VIP out on the website, www.mumsinbusinessassociation.com. But I will give away 1 month's access to, shall we do the Insta Queen? So I want you to put hashtag Insta Queen and comment as many times as you can, and I will pick one person at random from both sides at the bottom, whoever commented last, to win 1 month of VIP. And you can sign up for anybody that's watching on Instagram using the link in bio. You guys over here on Facebook, I'm sure there will be someone who can drop a link in for the VIP. Cover My Bubble says, so much support from the ladies in MIBA, great group, and I've learnt so much in such a short space of time. We love to hear that. That is why we do what we do. So this is for MIBA VIP access. Who wants it? I want you to start commenting Insta Queen, hashtag Insta Queen. And I am going to, I'll start with Instagram because you guys are always much quicker and it takes Facebook ages to filter the comments through. So, okay, I can see them. They are starting to come through. So, are we ready to go? I'm going to cover my eyes and I'm going to look this way at you guys over here on Instagram. No, you guys over here are on Facebook, or you could quite possibly be on YouTube, depending on where you're watching me from. If you're watching this on replay, don't forget hashtag a replay. Have we given them enough time over on Instagram to comment, do you reckon? So, shall we have a look? Who is the last person to comment on Instagram? I am going to do a little countdown. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The Essential Sarah, you are the last person that commented Insta Queen. You have won access to the VIP for 1 month. Drop me a DM to claim your prize. Are you guys ready over here on Facebook to win some VIP access? Let's have a look, shall we? So whilst I am giving them a countdown, don't forget you can head on over and check out the Instagram gang, which is our free Instagram group where you can join our community of 1,200 people in the last like 4 days that have joined. You can go and join that. We have the Instagram Back to Basics starting. You can go and support our ladies in the new book. All these links are in the bio. Are we ready Are we ready to do the countdown for Facebook? Everyone over here on Instagram. Don't forget to share out your screenshots for tonight's live if you would like to win access to the Instagram Back to Basics. So, shall we do a countdown over here on Instagram? 3, 2, 1. Last comment is from Samantha House. I think I've said that right. Halse, Samantha House. You are our winner of 1 month VIP over here on Facebook. Congratulations. So, I like to end it on a high note. Congratulations to both of our winners. Don't forget to share your screenshot to tonight's Instagram live, to your Instagram stories. Tag me at Estelle Keeper Official. Tell me what was your best bit about tonight's live. In fact, head on over to my main feed and let me know in the comments of today's post. What was the best bit about tonight's live? Love to hear your feedback. What would you like to hear more about on Instagram in the upcoming months? But for tonight, I think that is everything. have a wonderful Tuesday evening, whatever you're doing for the rest of your night. I am off food shopping. I might have a quick cig and a tea in the garden before I go. Who does food shopping at this time of night, seriously? But enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you to everyone who has joined me. As always, I am so sorry I wasn't here last week, but I will be back next Tuesday, as always, sharing some more of my Instagram tips and tricks. Don't forget, I would love to see you over in the Instagram gang. And of course, I will see lots of you over in the Instagram training Back to Basics, which starts on Monday. So I will be giving you an update on Tuesday of how everything's going. And I will see those of you that sign up over there. So thank you all for joining me. Can see lots of you saying thank you for sharing and happy shopping. It's not going to be happy shopping. I have a freak out every time I have to go into a store where people don't appreciate what 2 meters social distancing is. It's a little bit freaky. In fact, do you know what? Shall I show you something? Those of you that have stayed on to the end, do you want to see something really funny? My friend has made me a face mask, but it's a little bit too big. Shall I show you? Would you like to see it? It's just behind me on the table. Would you like to see? I'm going to wait. Would you like to see? Okay. I've got to squeeze out from my chair now. So, my amazing friend Sally made me these. This one is mine. How, look, isn't it amazing? But it's just slightly too big. It's like it falls off my face. So I just practice really good hand hygiene, make sure that, you know, I touch the minimum amount of things, don't try and stand too close to people. But yeah, there we go. Just wanted to give a little shout out to my best friend Sal, who made me, and Chris. Chris has one here. The boys have one each as well. So yeah, shout out to her. This is what I mean. Women are just so amazing. Always supporting each other. So that is actually it now for tonight. Thank you all very much for watching. Like I said, if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. Good luck to everyone who is entering tonight's competition. Don't forget, you can win access to Instagram Back to Basics, share tonight's live, and then share a screenshot into your Instagram stories. I will see you all. In fact, I'm going to be seeing you like throughout the week. I'm going to be going live, sharing things about the updates. There's been so many updates the last like 2 weeks. I'm going live every single day and trying to share one of the updates with you and have a little chat. So thank you all for watching. I will definitely see you before next Tuesday. But enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you all soon.